Title, Genesis 32, 24-32, Jacob's Wrestling. Content: multiplication is a person who wrestles with the flesh. He also wrestled with his brother Esau, his father Isaac, and his uncle Laban, and won. At the same time, he is a man of faith, Genesis 28, 3-4, 13-15. Genesis 32, to which today's text belongs, also clearly shows his dual side. The spiritual experience in verses 1-2, but the physical method in verses 3-5. Jacob, 7, very afraid and frustrated by the bad news of the messengers, 6, sets up a retreat, 7-8, and prays a wonderful prayer, 9-12. Does it end here? No. He also plans a future's offensive, 13-23. He is truly a man of faith and a man of the flesh. How are you? It is like Jacob, 2 Corinthians 4, 7. 1. God came directly to wrestle with Jacob, 25-26. For Jacob, the problem was not with Esau, but with himself. It was a problem to live in the fleshly way while claiming to believe in the covenant of promise. So God came to wrestle with him. Jacob wrestled with a stranger. Wrestle with whom? Wrestling with God. Who will win? God. But God wrestled with him all day long. What is? Even at this moment, God gave him a chance to surrender himself. He does not surrender. God struck the bone of his thrush. God is giving us a chance too. I hope you give up the way of the flesh before you hit the phantom bone. 2. Jacob prayed with tears, 26-29. The phantom bone was dislodged, negating his operation. Now I can't use any other human methods. What can he do? Verse 26. At first glance, it seems that Jacob is still wrestling. What? He is crying. I am crying and begging as I completely surrender to God. Hosea interprets this scene as an angel wrestled and triumphed and wept and made supplication to him, Hosea 12, 4. Now I stand before God as a spiritual bankrupt, not a wrestler. What is God's response to this cry of prayer? God responded abundantly to his tearful plea. 1. He became Israel, a new man, 27-28, 2 Corinthians 5, 17. What is your name? 27. This is Jacob. What is his name, Jacob? A wrestler, a cheater, a trickster. Jacob lived up to the name. Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. He did not live in a human way like Jacob of old, but he is now a man of God who believes in God, who acts according to the covenant of promise, like Israel. 2. He was blessed to face God, 29-30, 2 Corinthians 4, 6. Jacob, who became a new man, asked God's name, and God revealed himself. He had the experience of seeing the glory of God. 3. His brother Esau changed his mind, Genesis 33, 4. Dear brothers and sisters, are you living your life of faith like Jacob? Are you wrestling with God? The carnal mind is death. I hope you give up the struggles of the flesh and live only with God.